You've probably been told the same thing over and over again. Just eat more protein. But what if that advice is exactly why your muscle growth has stalled? The truth is, most people are unknowingly wasting half the protein they eat. And it's not because they're eating too little, it's because they're eating it the wrong way. Yeah, you heard that right. You could be training hard, drinking your shakes, eating your chicken, and still not seeing the gains you deserve. But in this video, you're about to learn a science-backed strategy that flips the script. A strategy that optimizes your protein intake, enhances your muscle growth, and finally delivers the fast gains you've been chasing, without adding a single extra scoop to your plate. Stick around, because once you understand this, you'll never look at your meals the same way again. In the first step, let's break a myth that's holding a lot of people back in their muscle gain journey. More protein doesn't automatically mean more muscle. It's the quality of your protein that makes all the difference. Your body isn't a dumpster. It's selective. It absorbs only what it can break down effectively, and that's where digestibility comes in. Whey protein, fish, eggs, and lean meat, these are top tier. They're like giving your muscles a direct upgrade. Now, let's talk amino acids, the real players in muscle growth. You need all 9 essential amino acids from your food, and one in particular, leucine, acts like a switch that turns on muscle protein synthesis. That's why high-quality sources are so powerful. Plant-based proteins are still valuable, but they often lack one or more essentials and are harder to absorb. You can still make them work, but you'll need to get strategic, and we'll talk about that soon. Here's a quick comparison most people miss. Whole eggs versus egg whites. Both give you around 18 grams of protein, but only whole eggs bring the full toolbox, fats, vitamins, and even cholesterol, that turbocharge muscle building. Studies have shown whole eggs actually stimulate more growth than just the whites. Surprising, right? So, instead of skipping the yolk, it's time to start using it to your advantage. And once you're choosing the right protein, the next big question is, how much should you eat each day? In the second step, we need to get crystal clear on how much protein your body actually needs. And spoiler alert, there's no one-size-fits-all here. If your goal is muscle gain, a smart daily target is around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 180 pounds, aim for about 180 grams a day. But here's the kicker. If you're in a fat loss phase, you'll need more, closer to 1.5 grams per pound. Why? Because in a deficit, your body's at risk of burning muscle for fuel. That extra protein is your defense. Now, what about age? If you're over 55, things change again. Due to natural anabolic resistance, your muscles don't respond to protein as efficiently. That means older adults should shoot for 30 to 40 grams per meal to stimulate muscle protein synthesis effectively. It's not just about hitting a daily number. It's about doing it right, at the right times. A 2018 meta-analysis showed that gains plateau after about 1 gram per pound, but for anyone cutting or aging, more protein protects hard-earned muscle. To bring this to real life, let's say you train hard and weigh 170 pounds, but you're trying to drop fat. Your goal? About 255 grams of protein daily. That may sound like a lot, but split across 3 meals and a couple of snacks, it's totally doable. Think Greek yogurt in the morning, grilled chicken at lunch, eggs and beans at dinner. And yes, protein shakes can help fill in the gaps. But here's the real secret. It's not just how much you eat in a day, it's when and how you spread it out that determines how fast those muscles grow. In the third step, let's talk about one of the most overlooked details in muscle gain. When you eat your protein, it's not just about total daily intake. It's about timing and distribution. Your muscles can only use a limited amount of protein per meal before hitting a full tank. Research shows muscle protein synthesis, MPS, maxes out at around 30 to 40 grams per meal. After that, your muscles go into a refractory period, kind of like a reset button. They won't respond again until a few hours pass. That's why evenly spacing your protein across the day matters way more than stuffing all your intake into 1 or 2 meals. One 2020 study found that eating 3 balanced meals with evenly distributed protein led to more lean mass and strength gains than an uneven pattern, even when total daily protein was lower. That's right, a smaller, well-timed intake beat a bigger but poorly timed one. It's like watering a plant a little every day versus dumping a bucket once a week. Consistency wins. So here's how to apply this right now. Aim for 3 meals each with 30 to 40 grams of protein. For example, you could start your day with a high-protein smoothie or eggs, have chicken or tofu with lunch, and enjoy steak or beans at dinner. You don't need 6 tiny meals. That's outdated advice. 3 solid, protein-packed meals can absolutely fuel consistent muscle growth. But if you're wondering whether that's enough for everyone, or if some people might need even more personalized adjustments, you'll want to stick around for what's next. In the 4th step, it's time to adjust the lens and look at 2 groups that often get left behind in typical fitness advice: older adults and plant-based lifters. Starting with age. As we grow older, the body becomes a little stubborn. It doesn't respond to protein as quickly, and that's due to something called anabolic resistance. But the fix is simple. You just need to eat more protein per meal. We're talking around 40 grams, especially if you're 55 or older. Think a hearty plate of salmon and quinoa, or 4 eggs with oats and almond butter. Now, if you're someone who's all in on a plant-based diet, don't panic. Yes, plant proteins are typically lower in certain essential amino acids and not quite as digestible as animal-based options. But muscle gain is still absolutely within reach. You just need to be a bit more strategic. For starters, combine sources. Mix lentils with rice, or pair hummus with whole wheat bread. Throw in some soy protein or pea-based supplements if needed. These combos create a complete amino acid profile your muscles can actually use. A 12-week study even showed vegan athletes could match the muscle growth and strength gains of their meat-eating counterparts, as long as their total protein intake was on point. So, whether you're aging, plant-based, or both, the solution isn't complicated. You just need to tweak your portions, diversify your food choices, and maybe lean on a high-quality plant-based powder when needed. But if you're wondering when to eat what and how to fit all that protein into a busy day, that's exactly what we'll explore next. In the 5th step, let's make your day work for your muscle gain instead of against it. You don't need a stopwatch or an advanced app. You just need a simple routine that hits your protein intake with purpose. Start by aiming for 3 main meals, each rich in high-quality protein. If your schedule is chaotic, or you prefer smaller portions, go with 5 smaller meals instead. The key is consistency. For example, eggs in the morning, chicken at lunch, a protein shake post-workout, and some Greek yogurt or cottage cheese at night. Now, let's zoom in on the timing. Right after training, your body is like a sponge, ready to soak up nutrients. That's when fast-acting protein shines, like whey protein or grilled chicken breast. These options get straight to the muscle where growth happens. But don't stop there. The last meal of your day is just as important. Include around 40 grams of protein before bed to support overnight recovery. Boiled eggs, a thick Greek yogurt bowl, or even a casein shake can keep those muscles fed while you sleep. This strategy keeps amino acids available around the clock, morning, post-workout, and night. And guess what? This isn't complicated science. It's just smart structure. People often think protein for fast gains means drinking 4 shakes a day, but timing your real food right can be even more effective. And once you're nailing the timing and type of protein, that's when your performance, recovery, and long-term results hit a whole new level. And that's exactly where we're headed next. In the 6th step, it's time to shift the focus from just muscle gain to something even bigger: overall performance and long-term health. Because here's the truth. Building muscle is awesome, but feeling stronger, recovering faster, and staying healthy while you do it, that's the full package. And one of the best tools for this is whey protein. Just 1 scoop can give you 3 to 5 grams of leucine, the trigger that flips the muscle growth switch. It's fast, efficient, and ideal right after your workouts. But let's not forget the power of whole food proteins. Lean meats, fish, and eggs don't just build muscle. They come packed with vital micronutrients that your body thrives on. For example, salmon gives you high-quality protein and omega-3s, which help reduce inflammation and speed up recovery. Whole eggs bring choline and healthy fats that support brain and hormone function. That's why mixing shakes with real food is a winning combo. It covers all the bases. And when night falls, there's one more secret weapon: Greek yogurt. It's slow digesting, rich in casein protein, and perfect before bed. Think of it as muscle insurance while you sleep. Your body repairs itself overnight, and having a steady stream of amino acids from yogurt or cottage cheese keeps that repair process going strong. So now that you know how protein supports both gains and performance, let's turn this knowledge into action with a plan you can follow every single day. In the 7th step, it's time to tie everything together and turn information into transformation. First things first, calculate your daily protein target. Just take your body weight in pounds and aim for 1 gram per pound to build muscle, or 1.5 grams per pound if you're cutting or over 60s. So, if you weigh 160 pounds and you're in a fat loss phase, you'll need around 240 grams a day. Sounds like a lot, but when you break it into smaller meals and snacks, it becomes manageable and even enjoyable. Now, let's break down the day. Think 3 core meals, each with at least 30 to 40 grams of protein. Breakfast could be eggs and oats, lunch might be salmon and rice, and dinner a turkey bowl with beans and veggies. Add a whey shake after training, and maybe some Greek yogurt or cottage cheese before bed. If you're plant-based, mix and match legumes, quinoa, soy products, and rice. And don't hesitate to use plant-based protein supplements when needed. The trick is consistency, not perfection. Lastly, stay flexible and adjust over time. If your strength is stalling or your body comp isn't changing, tweak your intake or redistribute your meals. In a deficit, bump up the protein. Feeling sore all the time? Recheck your post-workout meal. And if you're older, hit that 40 grams per meal mark without fail. So now that you've unlocked the real power behind protein intake, the question is, will you actually use it? Or keep spinning your wheels with outdated advice? Muscle gain doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you apply the right strategy at the right time. And if you're serious about taking your results to the next level, don't stop here. Tap the video on the left with 7 powerful tips to build muscle fast. It's packed with practical, underrated methods that'll make everything you learned today work even better. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss what's actually working now. Let's grow!